Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Roy Hatunikma. I'm from class TBEI. Today I would like to tell about student-centered learning versus teacher-centered learning. The first, I want to tell about student-centered learning. Student-centered learning becomes a prior of development in learning approach. In this approach, student activities are important indicator in learning process and quality of learning product. In the teaching and learning English, this approach links with flexible learning, experiential learning, and self-directed learning. Therefore, a student-centered classroom is a place where teacher considers the need of students as a group or an individuals and encourage them to participate in the learning process all the time. The teacher's role are more than a facilitator than instructor. The students are active participants in the learning process and teachers have to guide the students, manage their activities and direct their learning. And there are several activities in the learning process that bring many advantages in the learning process in English classes. In student-centered classrooms, students may work alone, in pair, or in group. When students are working alone, they can prepare ideas or make notes before class discussion, doing listening tasks, do short written assignment or doing grammar or vocabulary exercise. Students can work together in pairs of group when they compare and discuss their answer or read and reaction to one another's written work and suggesting improvement. Students may work together in discussion or in role play, share ideas, opinions, and their experience. And the next, I want to tell about advantages of student-centered learning approach. A student-centered approach varies greatly from the traditional teacher-centered interaction model. In a student-centered approach to learning, classrooms move from direct interaction to a more community-driven environment, one which supports student empowerment, conversation, critical thinking skill, independence, and problem-solving techniques. According to Nagaraju, state that activities in the classroom with student-centered approach brings some advantages to students, such as when students are working together in English, they can talk more, share their idea, learn more from each other, feel more secure and less anxious, and use English in meaningful ways. And then, I want to tell about teacher-centered learning. In teacher-centered learning, teachers play important role in the learning process. Teachers are information providers or evaluators to monitor students to get the right answer. Yet students are viewed as learners who passively receive information. In the teaching of EVL, the main focus is getting the student to perform well on statement tests rather than countering the student needs. The teacher have less motivation for innovation in teaching. According to Arquette and Dommetz, in teacher-centered learning, teachers usually use particular textbooks which are mostly grammar-oriented and to compare the language structure or native and target language. In this situation, students tend to be more competitive and individualistic because they have less opportunity to think aloud or interact. As teacher becomes the most main source of information in teacher-centered learning, for example, all questions which are recited by students, if any, are answered directly by teacher without student involvement. In designing the class activities, teachers control every single learning experience. And the advantages of using teacher-centered learning approach. Several advantages of having teacher-centered learning It is suitable for the larger classes. It takes short time to do the class activities. Learning material can be well prepared. Teacher may feel less nervous, embarrassed, or tongue-tied. A teacher can manage the student to speak more in English because teacher can set the criteria when students want to communicate in the class. They should use English. In this way of learning, the real important thing is to transfer the knowledge to learners. Thank you for nice attention. That's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.